Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Watch World, where today we will be looking at the perfect hiker's watch. This is the Citizen Promaster Altichron reference BN5058-07E. So welcome back to the channel, guys. I hope you are all keeping well. Today we're going to be looking at the Citizen Promaster Altichron, and this thing is the definition of the term tool watch. This watch features an altimeter, compass, and a power reserve indicator. So if you are into hiking or hill walking or anything like that, this is the perfect watch for you. So in terms of specs, let's start with the measurements. We have a 45mm case diameter. We have a lug-to-lug of 52mm, a inner lug width of 20mm, and a thickness of 14mm. So this is not the most wearable of dimensions for all wrists, but it has to be big because of the busyness of the dial and the functions that it has. This watch features an eco drive movement, so no need to ever worry about changing the batteries. Just leave it in direct sunlight for a while and it will charge up in no time. It is Citizen's J290 movement. Once fully charged, this timepiece will run for around 11 months. But in reality, it will never run down if worn regularly, as it will always have some source of light to charge it up. It can charge from any light source, but for the fastest charge, direct sunlight will do it the quickest. It also has an accuracy rating of around plus or minus 15 seconds a month. We have a mineral crystal in front of the dial with anti-reflective coating. The watch also hacks for easy synchronization of time. Push in and out the crown like that. You also have a 200-meter water resistance rating. However, there is no screw down crown on this timepiece, just a push and pull crown, so it will be interesting to see if it does actually survive that amount of pressure. The crown has just two positions. You pull it out and you can set the date, and you pull it out again a second time to the second position and you can adjust the time. So very easy, very simple to use. The crown is actually very easy to operate. The different positions are very distinct. They're not close together, so you don't pull it out and accidentally move straight to the second position, which I'm sure we've all experienced at some time or another with various watches. I have the watch on this just a very plain black nylon strap, which is quite comfortable. I also have the, let's put this down here, the original strap that it comes on, which is a black rubber strap. It has Promaster written on it, which is fine. I just prefer the black nylon strap. I prefer it to be, I find it more comfortable on the wrist. Yeah, so I moved it off of the black leather strap, black rubber strap, sorry. But yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with the rubber strap. Very, very nice. I just found the nylon to be a little bit more comfortable. Now let's move on to the interesting part, all the complications that this watch has. The first, which we see here at the 9 o'clock sub-dial, let's bring this up into focus, is the power reserve indicator. So as you can see there, the marker, the red hand, is kind of maybe just over halfway up, which means this watch has plenty of power left in it. When it gets all the way to the 0 down here at the bottom, it is empty, and then when it gets to the top, that means it is fully charged. But this power reserve indicator also has a secondary purpose. You'll notice there it says times 10,000 feet on that little sub-dial. So this is also used for the altimeter. This watch can measure anything from minus 1,000 feet up to 32,000 feet. Also, if feet are not your preferred choice of measurement, this watch can also be acquired with a meters dial instead of feet. Yeah, so it's the exact same watch, just a different unit of measurement, whichever your preference is. So let's look at the altimeter. So if you push the 8 o'clock crown here, what you'll see is the red hand on the power reserve indicator will go down to 0, and then you'll get a reading on the big red hand there at the 12 o'clock where we are at the moment. So it says there, if you look here, it's pointing in between 4 and 5. We have 400 feet here on the dial, so we are just under 400 feet above sea level, around 390, just under. So this here will read the feet up to 1,000 feet. Once it goes anything higher than that, you'll see here on this red semicircle on the right hand side of the dial, you have 2,000, 4,000, 6,000, 8,000, and then that last marker will be 10,000. So what happens is, if you go above 1,000 feet, this little red hand here will move to wherever you are. So let's say if you're at 2,000 feet, or 2,500 feet, we'll say, this red marker would move to 2,000 feet, and then the big hand would move down to 500, letting you know you are 2,500 feet above sea level. As you can see here with this white line, at 11 o'clock, it also goes back to minus 1,000, so it will move backwards if you are below sea level. Then, what happens if you go above 10,000? Now, this is where the power reserve indicator comes back into play. So if you go above 10,000 feet, let's say if you're 24,000 feet, we'll say, for example, above sea level, the red hand from the power reserve indicator would move to 2, that 2 up there indicating 20,000 feet, and then the small red hand would move here to 4,000, indicating that you are 24,000 feet above sea level. So that is how the power reserve indicator works. And then if you push the 8 o'clock pusher again, it all resets. That will move slowly back up to 12 o'clock, and the red hand will, on the 9 o'clock subdial, will go back to being the power reserve indicator. So there are a couple of side notes with the altimeter function. Altitude cannot be measured while in a pressurized aircraft, so this won't work if you're 30,000 feet above the air in a plane. That's in the manual that came with this watch. Also, atmospheric pressure, so the measurements, it takes place continuously during the first 5 minutes after pressing the button. However, after that 5 minutes has elapsed, atmospheric pressure will only be recorded once every 3 minutes. So it would take 3 minutes to update once you go past 5 minutes of having engaged this function. This then here on the side is what reads the pressure. So that is what tells you where or how far above or below sea level you are. So this watch is also equipped with a compass. Now you can find south on any watch using the hands and the position of the sun and so on, but that's for another video. I'm not going to get into that now. But if you engage the 10 o'clock pusher here, the small red hand will start moving, and this will tell you the magnetic north, not true north. But again, that's a discussion for another video. So right now it's saying that north is kind of back this way. Obviously the compass will work best if you have it on a level flat surface. So if you put it down here like that, it would give you, it will point you in the direction of magnetic north. Obviously, as it's finding magnetic north, things like mobile phones and laptops can interfere with the compass magnetically, so it has to be calibrated to make sure that it is accurate. Now, I'm not going to do that today, as it would make this video very, very long, but if people would be interested in seeing how this compass and altimeter are calibrated, I'll be happy to show you that in another video. Let me know in the comments if you would like to see how to calibrate this watch. Obviously then, you have the compass here. This is bi-directional, the bezel. So if north is, let's say, where 8 o'clock is, you can just put that there. Yeah, so an extra tool there for you. And here is what the watch looks like on the wrist. So again, it is a big watch, 45mm case diameter, 52mm lug to lug. If you look at them lugs there, yeah, they stretch very far, but it is comfortable on the nylon strap that I have it on. It's comfortable on the rubber strap too. But yeah, it's a tool watch, so the fact that it's big means that it's easily legible. You know, if you're going to be using this watch to go on hikes and up mountains and hills and things like that, it's good that it's big, because it spaces out all the information that you need, the compass, the altimeter, power reserve indicator, and so on. And the fact that it's bigger, the hands are quite big, you have the Flieger style hands, you only need to glance at it quickly to get a good look at the time. So yes, it is big, and it probably will suit bigger wrists. This is it here on my 7-inch wrist, which isn't massive. It's not I don't have a big wrist, but you know, it still doesn't look too bad. And again, it's not there to look good. It's a tool watch. It's there for a purpose, and I think it serves that purpose quite well. And here we have the Lume. Now, I couldn't find any information as to what the type of Lume is, but it's not bad. It is very good on the hands, as you can see there. The only Lume on the markers is the tiny little dots around the edge of the dial. Not the best, but also, you know, it could be a lot worse. There could be none. But on the hands, it is very bright, and that's what you want. The hands are the most important part when it comes to Lume. And yeah, once it gets a bit of charge, you know, for daylight or even just a phone torch, it lasts for quite a long time, and it glows quite bright as well. So yeah, very happy with the Lume. What you'd expect really for a watch in this price point, and yeah, gets a thumbs up from me. So there we have it, guys, a look at the Citizen Promaster Altichron. In my opinion, the perfect hiker's watch. If you're into hill walking, hiking, things like that, this is the watch for you. Priced in at around 400 to 450 euro. You can find it less secondhand if you went on eBay or Chrono24 or something like that. But yeah, for that money, you are getting an awful lot of watch. A watch that is built for a purpose, will serve you well, won't let you down if you look after it, you know, with the calibration and so on. And yeah, that's all there is to say about it. An absolutely cracking tool watch. The best, in my opinion, for a hiker. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do hit that subscribe button. It really would help out the channel a lot. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up as well. And I will see you in the next one. Until then, take care for now, guys.